We got new champions tonight. We got another title match set for WrestleMania, and I know you guys missed me last week, so let's talk about SmackDown Live. What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal, Spaz Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check here with your March 21st SmackDown Live. Week and a half left until WrestleMania review. Like I say, guys, missed SmackDown and NXT last week. Had some construction to do at the house. Did a fuck ton of overtime at work that didn't get appreciated at all, so won't be doing that again for a little while. Missed a lot last week. It was interesting, the stuff with AJ Styles and Shane McMahon, to say the least. I could take a random shot at Raw, talking about how Charlotte's putting everybody to sleep, talking about how Triple H's promo was mostly about paperwork, and how they outnumber the part-timers at WrestleMania this year compared to SmackDown 4-1. That's right. Triple H, part-timer. Jericho, much as I love him, part-timer. Goldberg, Lesnar, part-time main event. Yeah, SmackDown's got Shane McMahon. Still, 4-1. Just putting it out there. This was a pretty good show, a pretty decent show. A lot of fun stuff. Not too much serious went down. Really, really good show, though. We see a recap of last week of Styles attacking Shane McMahon, putting his head through the window, etc., and McMahon coming back out and saying that he's got an opponent at WrestleMania. A lot of people were speculating that the opponent wasn't going to be Shane himself, that it was going to be a bait and switch. They're going to use it to introduce Nakamura, da-da-da-da. If they introduced Nakamura to the SmackDown roster 1 week and a half before WrestleMania with literally no build other than the marks will love it, it's Nakamura versus Styles, that would be a shot in the pills. If we get it SmackDown after WrestleMania, I'm all in. Build it up to SummerSlam, it's all good, but don't do that in a week and a half. I'm glad that they didn't. Little spoiler for the end of the night. We start off the show in the back. Styles mocking Daniel Bryan to his face because Daniel Bryan tried to fire him last week and Shane McMahon offered him an opportunity for WrestleMania. Little side note, AJ Styles coming in with the WrestleMania visor, with the WrestleMania shirt saying, by the way, I'm going to WrestleMania, by the way, F you, I'm not fired. Nice little touch. Says, I'm done bragging to you, I'm going to go brag in the ring. Brags to the crowd about beating the crap out of Daniel Bryan last week. Says to Shane McMahon, rather, Shane, you've put me through so much, I had to put your head through a window, which is fine. I'm untouchable. I'm AJ Styles. When AJ Styles is gone, SmackDown crashes, which is why I'm untouchable, which is why I'm going to go meet Shane in the back tonight. Which leads to a whole lot of backstage segments, just AJ Styles standing around in the parking lot that don't really go anywhere. We go backstage to Daniel Bryan, who's on the phone with Shane. He's, oh, are you sure? Are you sure? Oh, you got a plan. Okay. Corbin comes in, wants to know if he's getting his match with Ambrose at Mania. Daniel Bryan says he's not there, but you don't have the night off. You can't go to the casino. You've got a first-time ever match tonight on SmackDown against the Viper, Randy Orton. All good. Match of the night was the first match of the night, and it was the American Alpha defending the defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the Usos. Once again, love the Usos gimmick. It's fucking great. They're still not the greatest in the world. They're still overhyped to high hell, and American Alpha are clearly better, but the Usos have gone all in on this gimmick change, and it makes it fun to watch, and they really haven't pushed anybody else, so this is the feud to watch. A little bit interesting that they have a tag team championship match, again, week and a half out from WrestleMania, but it doesn't change the fact that this was a pretty fun match to watch for both teams. I'm a fan of the American Alpha. I go back and forth on the Usos, because the Usos had that whole period of time where they had like the plastic shorts and they were painted up all the bright colors. There was a lot of Roman Reigns, John Cena types of comparisons, and it just got stale. It got stale faster than the New Day, and the New Day can't make any jokes about the New. Okay, side note. I'm not gonna dwell on the Paige thing, because the Paige thing sucks. I'm a fan of Paige. I got a lot of respect for Paige. People want to doubt on her because she's with Alberto Del Rio. That's your own business, but you're wrong. What happened to Paige over the weekend? Also really, really wrong, really, really shitty, and people out there on social media prove to us that most of humanity suck. But the rumors that I've heard about house shows since that announcement was made, since that leak happened last week, chanting New Day fucks at Xavier Woods. I'd be lying if I told you that didn't make me laugh my ass off. I'd also be laughing a lot if I didn't, or sorry, I'd be lying a lot if I didn't say I laugh every time somebody says this is the most Brad Maddox has ever been over in his life. 'Cause it's probably true. Just putting that out there, but in all seriousness, the Page thing is shit. It really is. It really, people are terrible. It is what it is. But anyways, American Alpha versus the Usos is not terrible, so let's talk about that instead. Jordan and Jimmy start the match. There's a takedown by the waist by Jordan, a leg lace takedown by Jordan, and a back elbow by Jimmy. Arm drags by Jordan, and a knee drop by Gable. Drop toe hold and an armbar by Gable. Elbow drop by Jordan, armbar by Gable. Chops by Jimmy, who finally gets in the match. God damn. Double drop kick by the Alpha as they toss both of the Usos out of the ring. We go to commercial break. We come back and Jay's riding a headlock. Gable eats the turnbuckle. Jay eats the turnbuckle. Forearms by Gable. Jordan eats the apron face first on the outside. Gable gets taken out on the outside. My writing sucks. I'm sorry. Double mudhole stomp by the Usos. Gable's in the tree of woe and he gets his face brought up and smashed into the top of the post. Those big posts, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, obviously you don't want to smack your face off a post in any way, shape, or form. I'm not saying that it makes a difference, but those big LED ring posts are the most retarded thing that WWE has come up with in a long time. They're entirely unnecessary, they look stupid, and they look like they're made out of tinfoil. Just putting that one out there. Jimmy eats the post shoulder first, suplex and corner spears by Jordan. Power slam by Jordan, super kick by Jimmy. Top rope clothesline by Gable and a super kick by Jay. Splash by Jimmy. Top rope suplex by Gable. Electric chair bulldog by American Alpha is fucking pretty. Moonsault to the outside by Jordan, equally pretty. Low blow with the ropes. They didn't low blow American Alpha. They kicked the rope and the rope hit him in the balls. Quick super kick and a roll up, and the Usos are your new tag team champions on SmackDown. Now, I will say, I was watching SmackDown a bit late, so I did get a chance to see Talking Smack. Usos on there, celebrating like baby faces, buddying up with Daniel Bryan, which is strange. They're talking about what they, talking about how these titles should be their hall pass to WrestleMania. They made a big, elaborate metaphor about being in school and getting to go to the bathroom, etc., which was a little lame, but they want to go to WrestleMania. They want to fight the best team on the roster, but they are the best team on the roster. They said, and I quote, that they want to take the titles off of Raw. They want to fight the Bullet Club, which I'm sure will be edited out of Talking Smack within moments. They said they made a big joke about making the belts purple, and then Renee Young pointed out that that's the color of the Cruiserweight belt. I really hope that the rumor about the SmackDown tag team titles being left off WrestleMania isn't true. If it is true, and that's why they had to do it on SmackDown instead, that's really fucking lame. Put them in there. Let American Alpha have their rematch at WrestleMania. It was a good match. It'll be a good match again. Luke Harper, in the back, cuts a promo. He's talking to Randy Orton about what Randy Orton did to Sister Abigail. And in the beginning part of the promo, it sounds like he's scolding Randy Orton, which doesn't make any sense because he doesn't back up Bray Wyatt anymore. But by the end, you realize it's more of a warning. You don't know what you've released. Look at this creature you've made Bray Wyatt into. But I'm going to take on that creature next week because we have Luke Harper versus Bray Wyatt. 5 days from, I was going to say 6, but this isn't Raw. 5 days from WrestleMania, and Luke Harper is going to face Bray Wyatt then, instead of being involved in the triple threat match, which, if you want to say SmackDown's a little retarded for that, I'll give you that one. Randy Orton versus Baron Corbin was better than it had any right to be. I will say, not the best, most spectacular 5-star match, but as far as Orton getting to go out there with somebody bigger than him and look great going into his title match at WrestleMania, as far as Baron Corbin stepping up and fighting one of the bona fide main eventers in the WWE, made a great showing of himself. This match did everything that it was supposed to do, especially at the end. Collar and elbow tie up and a shoulder tackle by Corbin. Collar and elbow tie up again in a mud hole by Corbin. Takedown by Orton. And he starts with the Orton stomp. That stomp that he does where he basically walks around maliciously stomping on all the joints. The elbow, the shoulder, the wrist, the knee, the ankle, etc. Something about it, and I know it used to be the Garvin stomp and Orton sort of adopted it, but there's a certain malice to the way Randy Orton does stuff that's just really, really great. Corner uppercuts and a mounted 10 punch by Orton as well. Back elbow by Orton, and then he eats the ring post. A lot of people ate the ring post tonight. I'm surprised there's not bite marks in it. And that's my lame joke for the night. Body shots by Orton, clothesline by Corbin, clothesline on the ropes by Corbin, right hands and forearms by Corbin, and a boot by Orton. Snap slam and a full Nelson slam by Orton. Orton doing the full Nelson slam, making it very obvious, hey, this isn't something I do very often, which is kind of cool. It works, because what it shows is he's going into WrestleMania against Bray Wyatt. He's got to up his game. He's got to try things he's never tried before. Made me think of John Cena and all the additions he added to his repertoire during the John Cena United States Open Challenge, if that makes sense. Corbin eats the steps and they brawl on the outside. Suspension DDT by Orton, deep six by Corbin. Corbin eats the steps again, and we're interrupted by Dean Ambrose on the forklift on the rampway. I said this a couple weeks ago when Baron Corbin did the forklift spot, even though it was very, very obviously bad and fake. The forklift spot will always get me. Not because it's the greatest spot in the world, not because, oh my god, it's hilarious, or oh my god, it's brutal. I drive a forklift every fucking day at work. This is fucking great. It speaks to me. It entertains me because it's something I can relate to, and that's what you're supposed to do with television, is it not? But he comes out on the forklift, and he's talking very casually. He grabs the microphone and he says, hey Corbin, do you have a second? Obviously Corbin's pissed off. He looks over at the rampway, eats a quick RKO out of somewhere, and Orton gets the win. Orton obviously needed to get the win going into his title match on the weekend. Dean Ambrose comes out, takes him out, accepts the challenge for WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship, and hits him with the dirty deeds because he can. Which is great. So Orton looks good going into his title match. Baron Corbin looked good even in defeat because he got distracted and it wasn't a straight up victory. He looks good now going into his match for the Intercontinental Championship, also at WrestleMania. And I will say, when we talk about The Undertaker, when we talk about Shinsuke Nakamura, when we talk about AJ Styles, when we talk about Bray Wyatt, when we talk about Finn Balor, all these guys that are going to have amazing entrances at WrestleMania, I'm not sure why, because it's not very grandiose week to week. I have to imagine WWE is going to give a hell of a push to Baron Corbin, and I have to imagine that that's going to include a pretty cool... I wouldn't be surprised if it was a biker entrance at WrestleMania. He's going to borrow a bike from The Undertaker or some shit, I don't know. Bray and a bunch of people in sheet masks attack Randy Orton. And I don't hear the promo because the sound was really bad. But it was basically, you've done something to me. You've made me worse than what I was before. Abigail is with me. Abigail wants me to destroy you at WrestleMania. Roddy, Bray Wyatt promo, Roddy Raw. I love the Bray Wyatt promo for the exact point of you can't really pick apart a promo and reiterate exactly what he said because it's a whole encompassing thing. But it was good, and it was sheet mask, but they were all dressed like Eric Rowan with the coveralls and the sheet mask and whatever. So I thought they were going to unmask one of them and it was going to be Eric Rowan. Hey, I don't have you anymore. I don't have Luke Harper anymore, but I have Eric Rowan, and Eric Rowan brought Sister Abigail. But that didn't happen. Still predicting Sister Abigail for WrestleMania, which would be really cool. The debate at that point will be who is the actual Sister Abigail. What indie female wrestler is going to be Sister Abigail? I would have said Paige, but yeah. Talk about main event level matches on SmackDown. Up next, we had John Cena versus Fandango. Now, makes you laugh. Already, you hear it. John Cena versus Fandango. On top of that, you've got Tyler Breeze, dressed like Nikki Bella, calling himself Breezy Bella. Oh yes. John Cena calls out the actual Nikki Bella, hits the 5 moves of doom, spear from Nikki to Breezy Bella, and they do what they did with Carmella and Ellsworth last week. AA, Rack Attack 2.0, STO, Fearless Lock, Cena wins, they pose, they do the coupley thing, whatever. Now, people that are upset about the mixed tag at WrestleMania, people that are looking to me, who used to be the big Cena hater guy, the guy that did Cenapocalypse, which still lives on this channel, go back a couple of years, asking me why I'm not pissed off about this mixed tag match at WrestleMania. This is why. Because this is what it is. It's fun, stupid, I don't know, I don't want to say cute, but it's fun, stupid, shit that's not going to go anywhere after WrestleMania. This is going to be a filler. This is going to be a filler between the WWE title match and the Universal title match. I'm almost willing to guarantee it. Mark the date. What the hell is the date? The date is March 21st, 2017. I am predicting right now this match will be wedged in between the Raw and SmackDown title matches as a breather, because that's what it is. Cena and Nikki Bella as a team is comedy. Miz and Maurice being the heel snooty couple thing, they're advertising it as who's the best power couple in the WWE. It's not that serious. It's not meant to be that serious, and it means that John Cena's not taking up a main event spot from one of your other favorites that you can go cry about on the internet. It's nothing. It's silly. It is what it is, and if you take it for what it is, you can have a laugh, or you can go take a shit while this match is happening. This match at WrestleMania is not the end of the world. And again, I gotta go back to the whole Nikki Bella's retiring after this. This is what she wanted to do. She wanted to have one match with John in the WWE before she retired. If that's her last wish and then she's fucking off, all the Nikki Bella fans can suck a dick for one night. All the John Cena fans can suck a dick for one night. All the fans out there that still underestimate my boy The Miz can go suck a dick for one night. This is going to be fun. That's all it is. And this is what it was tonight. They fought Carmella and Ellsworth last week. They're not being handed very much. They fought friggin' Fandango and Tyler Breeze dressed in drag. They're not having the world handed to them. Oh yes. Oh yes. I hope that explains what I mean. I know people are flipping out about this match. It's stupid, it's pointless, and I get it, but it's not gonna kill anything. It won't end you. I'm just putting that one out there. Becky Lynch versus Carmella basically didn't happen because Natty came in and jumped Carmella. Mickie James and Alexa Bliss joined the fray. Becky dropkicking Ellsworth was the best part of this segment. My girl Alexa Bliss stands tall, and there's now 5 women going in to this match at WrestleMania because it's the whole every available SmackDown woman. Now, I've seen in my YouTube feed, my buddy OKFabe has a video out called the 2 surprise entrants for the women's match at WrestleMania. I haven't watched the video yet. I don't know what his predictions are. My prediction, they're going to bring up somebody from NXT and they're going to bring somebody back. You'll see, I don't know, Victoria come in and join the match for one night. And, you know, they'll bring up, I don't know, Liv Morgan to throw her into the match as a nice surprise. Anybody but Naomi. And I don't care anymore. Anybody but Naomi. I'm just saying. Shane McMahon comes out and calls out AJ Styles, says we could have talked about this, and if we couldn't have come to an agreement, we could have agreed to fight at WrestleMania, but instead you snuck up on me from behind, so now we've got what we've got. AJ Styles comes down the ramp, pleading his case, apologizing, talking about the stresses of fighting so hard to get into the WrestleMania main event, and Shane mauls him, and AJ takes over, and Styles suplexes him into the rail, and Shane McMahon does what Shane McMahon does. You got a commentator table, you got a top rope. Shane McMahon does the gimmick elbow drop to the table, and that's how we end the match with JBL going apoplectic? I can speak, I swear, about what a crazy man Shane McMahon is and how Shane McMahon is the one that's going to make this match great, which just makes me laugh. But this match is also a lot of fun, and it's one of the few matches that isn't for a title at WrestleMania. It's all good. And like I say, Shane McMahon is the only part-timer from SmackDown involved in a match at WrestleMania. Again, I go back to my initial point. Triple H, Jericho, Goldberg, Lesnar. You know, it is what it is. Whereas guys like Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe, so far, don't have matches. Finn Balor, who's back and been doing house shows and could have an amazing presence at WrestleMania, doesn't have a match yet. Please, point out to me somebody that valuable on SmackDown that isn't properly and fully utilized and participating in WrestleMania. I'm sure there's one or two. There always is one or two. But there's people out there that still think Raw is better. And as I said sarcastically a while ago, and as I will continue to say until further notice, you all need Jesus or something in your life. But going into WrestleMania weekend, so far confirmed, we have Asuka versus Ember Moon, Authors of Pain versus DIY versus The Revival, Bobby Roode versus Shinsuke Nakamura, New Day hosting WrestleMania, which should be interesting considering current events, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which better go to Braun Strowman, Gallows and Anderson versus Sheamus and Cesaro versus Enzo and Cass, Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks versus Bayley versus Nia Snax, Neville versus Austin Aries, which is sort of a dark horse for match of the night. Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. Alexa Bliss versus everybody. John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. The Undertaker versus No Man Gaines. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. And Oldberg versus Bork Laser. Won't say they're all good matches, but it is a lot of matches. So do with that what you will. We're going to be watching 10 million hours of wrestling that day, whether we like it or not. But SmackDown was good. We got one more title match. We had a pretty good title match tonight, which is cool. Usos being the champions. I'm pretty sure they're going to face American Alpha at WrestleMania. It just hasn't been announced yet. Good to be back. Sorry I wasn't here last week. Add your questions to the Q&A. You got like 5 more days left to do it. Anyways, I've been Spaz, your YWC Reality Check. Subscribe up there. Talk down there. Start a conversation. Keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I will talk to each and every last one of you later, but for right now, I am tagging out. Bye, guys.